Cybertopia is back, and it's going punk. And after the Corpos threw them under the bus, our former Amazing Corps agents are trying to make sense of it all and find their place in the world once more.
Last thing I remember, the op was going fine, and then everything exploded.
So, it's time to recover.
I mean, hey, so far I've been hungover, beaten up, stole food, had an hour and a half hike, drugged myself half to death, got zapped half back to life. Everything's fine.
Rebuild.
Well, I can dispense eggs again, but the lemonade dispenser is doing steak sauce.
And reconnect with friends, old and new.
Well, look what the trash brought in.
Fortunately though, not everything has been lost.
The tea dispenser still works.
Search for Cybertopia AP anywhere you find your podcasts.
This Snazzy Tapier production is made possible by our patrons. If you'd like to join them, head over to patreon.com/snazzytapier to get early access to new episodes, access to the members-only Discord, and our exclusive monthly newsletter. Now, on with the show.
Hello and welcome to A Game of One's Own! A podcast all about solo and duet role-playing games. I am your host, Maddy Searle. My pronouns are they, them. We are here live at UKGE and I'm delighted to be joined by two very special guests, Naomi Clarke and Nathan Blades. Naomi, could you please tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Naomi Thinksit, the sad girl under your bed. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find me all over the internet at Naomi Thinksit, or you can find my show at The Kilda.
Woo!
Hi, I am your androgynous android game show host from the future, Nathan Blades. Tabletop RPG designer, streamer, voice actor, and general internet ne'er-do-well. You can find me as the voice as Captain Orimar Vale on the Campaign Skyjacks podcast, and you can buy my games at theneoncaster.itch.io. Buy my games, I am poor.
A sentiment we can all get behind. All right, so yes, today we are going to be playing What Possessed You, a game by Tim Roberts of Critical Kit. And yes, it's a chaotic RPG about channeling the dead. Our characters will be taking part in an amateur seance, and there's no telling what may happen. We'll be entirely improvising this, so yeah. Who knows? The kit that we need to play this game are a kind of most of a standard set of dice, pen and paper, a timer each, and the bag of spirits. So we've already spoken about our lines and veils, the things that we don't want to see in the game and the things we want to avoid if possible. So we'll be having safety tools in effect, and we can throw up the X card at any time if there's stuff that we're not comfortable with. But without further ado, it is time to make characters. So we are making characters who are attending a Victorian amateur seance. And there's a variety of tables in the book that we have. But we can also just go based on vibes, as Naomi has suggested. So
I bought my own.
Yes. Excellent. So first off is name and pronouns.
I'm playing Annie McAtee. She her. And she's a maid in the house. And she loves biscuits and flannel. and she's wearing a bonnet even though you can't see it. It's spiritual.
Excellent.
Oh, okay, so I suppose we're going to have to commit already.
I'm going to commit. I don't know what you're doing.
It's fine. So I suppose I will be Lord Quinn Commandant, he, him, the socialite, and I suppose owner of whatever manner we are doing an amateur seance in. I don't know what
it's terribly fancy.
Absolutely. I suppose I have to give a description since you have flannel and a bonnet. I am like an ominous outline with eyes. You know, you can just generally see that I am wearing a very expensive suit, but unfortunately your eyes are too poor to make it in fine detail.
I've never seen him, but he drinks an awful lot of tea.
Yes, it's required. It's required.
Excellent. I think I'm going to be Regina Dentata.
All right. Yes.
Some people pronounce it Regina, but I think that's a bit common, so it's Regina darling.
I have some fears.
Yes.
Activated.
And I'm yet to decide what my deal is, because we can either choose or roll a day job. So yes, let me see. We've got writer, journalist, socialite, industrialist, butler/maid, criminal, doctor, rat catcher, and judge.
Vagina dentata seems like a doctor to me.
Yes. Oh yes.
Dr. Dentata.
Dr. Dentata. Yes.
Labioplasty.
Pioneering plastic surgery. Even before the First World War, which is when they actually did plastic surgery. This is not a historically accurate game.
Can I get your name one more time, please, for the notes?
Annie McAtee!
There we go. Thank you.
And so each profession has an expertise, so you get to roll a D8 instead of a D6 for any shady activities you want to do. Obviously for the doctor, for anything related to medicine or the body.
And I get D8 for attentive, because I'm nosy.
Yes, reading the room and gaining insight for the maid. And Lord Quinn, Commandant, what's...
And be the socialite, so I have the
Socialite.
charmer effect on there, obviously.
Fantastic.
Obviously.
For getting what you want without paying for it.
The upper classes.
Fantastic. And then we need to choose a secret or make one up.
I
Right.
already have a secret.
Yes, that
Do
makes
I have
sense.
to tell you?
I was going to leave this open to the players, whether you want to reveal the secret to the audience or whether you want to keep it back and let it reveal
I
itself
would
through the
like
game.
to reveal it at a more opportune time.
Sure
Thank
thing.
you.
Yes.
I'm going to roll on the table for that, actually, because there's a set of 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What we got?
Secrets.
Secrets.
Responsible for the death of a friend, stole something. Insomnia, questioning what is real. Great deal of money owed to unsavory people. Escaped prisoner, began a new life. Member of a cult that wished to summon a demon. A spy for a foreign government. A charlatan lying about one's profession.
So I rolled and then was like, oh, that one's better. So
Just pick the one that's better.
Just pick the one that's better.
Yeah. It tells you what you want. So so yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Let's roll. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
I have a terrible secret.
And we get 2 objects, so we can roll 2 d20 or create our own. So I'm not going to read a list of 20 objects because that would be boring. So yeah, feel free to have a look.
I'm taking the object of a blood-stained glove and a pistol with 2 bullets.
Okay, all right, okay.
It says 2 specifically. One for you and one for me. Because otherwise I'll hang. I'm gonna keep this up the whole time. And I won't regret it tomorrow when I have to do another show with a different voice.
Yes, we have a raven's feather and a monogrammed hoodie. As
A monogrammed hoodie? Does it say
No,
hoodie?
monogram hanky. I mean, you don't know what he's wearing. It's an ominous outline. This is a very, very contemporary socialite. The most
From the estate.
from the estate.
I think I'm going to go for a mouse skull and,
fun.
and a love letter.
Ooh.
And we need to choose the spirit we seek. So
Yes.
we can roll a d12 or create our own. And then we need to write it down on a bit of paper that will go in the bag of spirits.
I am searching for my dear old mum. Her name was Barbara. She didn't treat me well, but she didn't have a good start in life. So it's all right. She did her best.
And make a note of why you want to communicate with this particular spirit.
So we're handing in the name, but
Yes.
the reason why we're holding on our side of things.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay. I have to think of the name of a person. Okay, all right.
Andrew.
You know what? Sure. Yes.
I think I'm going to be. I've rolled a 9 for murderer.
Oh.
So I think I'm going to be wanting to communicate with the person who killed my paramour.
Oh.
And the love letter I have is one that I've kept as a memento of our doomed affair.
Oh, I love a doomed affair.
So we need the spirit that we seek. I have looked for a celebrity. Okay, sure.
Andrew. He's on Instagram.
Yeah, and
He's a model.
Andy Islington.
What kind of celebrity is Andy Islington?
Ooh, that in this kind of like anachronistic Victorian era thing that we have set.
Yeah.
Sure. They're like a makeup influencer, but make it steampunk. yeah, there we go.
I, Andy, today will be teaching you how to make your own goggles. Oh.
Cool, we have that folded up for you.
Nice.
Perfect, thank you very much. And if you like, we can add in some bonus spirits to spice things up. Or
A
we can keep
bonus
it-
spirit? Shall we play the audience for a bonus?
Yes!
Cool,
Suggestions from the
cool,
audience,
cool.
please.
I want a first name for the bonus spirit.
Theodore.
There we go. We got
I want
Theo.
a character type for Theodore. Pirate. Oh.
Okay.
Really good, baby.
And let's have a surname for Theodore. Theodore
Monkhouse.
Monkhouse.
Pirate Monkhouse. Another name of not dude name. Evelyn. Very good.
There you go.
And what is Evelyn's relationship to the group?
Inventor of the Victorian hoodie.
Fashionista,
Yes.
icon.
For the recording listeners, that was inventor of the Victorian hoodie.
I can't spell inventor.
Any other names springing to mind for the third bonus spirit?
Oh, I would like a Victorian child.
Oh, yes.
Casper.
There we go.
He's a friendly ghost. Hey, bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. Any additions other than friendly ghost?
What? Bimbo.
Friendly bimbo ghost.
Casper. He's 6, but he got his legs done.
Wonderful. Okay, so we have placed all the pieces of paper containing the names of the spirits into the bag of spirits, and we will be playing in free-for-all mode where anyone can be possessed. Okay. But I'm just gonna be the first person to be possessed just to show how it works. Mm-hmm. Not that I know. I'm just pretending up here.
Pretending at an RPG?
Yeah, unheard of. So the general rules for possession are: when a character becomes possessed, you set a timer, visible only to you, for 1d4 minutes. You draw a name for the bag of spirits, and then you just communicate with any other characters as that spirit. And when the timer ends, you roll a d6 to see what happens. On a 1 to 2, you return to the state of being yourself, and then you remain yourself for another 1d4 minutes. Or on a 3 to 4, your previous possessor fights its way back in. You keep hold of the name and repeat the steps above. And for a 5 to 6, a new possessor takes over you, and you go back to the bag of spirits and start it all again. Okay. So we will see how this goes. When you become possessed by a spirit that's made a previous appearance, the book recommends that you try your best to continue its narrative. It's a good idea to make notes. That may go by the wayside quite quickly.
We'll do our best.
I am just reiterating what the book says, not what will happen. And using your skills, whenever you want to do something that seems sketchy, any player at the table can call you out and say you need to roll for that. Mm-hmm. And when they do, we pause all the timers and make a skill check. And a 5+ is a success with no complications, a 3 to 4 is a success with a complication, and a 1 to 2 is a failure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if you're doing something that relates to your expertise, you roll with a D8 rather than a D6.
Pretty good odds. All right.
So,
okay.
All right. So
Would
yes.
you like me to open as a medium for you to be possessed to?
Yes, that sounds good to me. Yes, let's all. We're in the room.
It is a dark room with beautiful candles and a lace tablecloth. There are pictures on the wall of various people in Victorian-era hoodies with dark eyes and darker clothes. The candles are lit. They flicker in the moonlight. And we place our hands on a big sphere-like thing that's full of ghosts.
It's a vessel. Can we at least use? I know that we're an amateur.
It's a cup full of ghosts.
Fair enough. There we go. We have to use the terminology if we're to become professional seance performers.
Oh,
we're
I
only
don't
amateur
know about
for now.
anything about that. I'm a professional maid, me. I've spent 35 years learning how to shine cutlery.
And that would be
goodness.
useful for avoiding possession, I hope.
Hello, Doctor.
Yes, hello. This is my first time at one of these sorts of events. I'm quite curious. As a woman of the sciences, I am somewhat skeptical, but I'm always willing to be proved wrong.
Listen, if we're gonna make this ghost hunting YouTube channel, we need a scientist.
Oh,
We
yes,
do need a skeptic for the contrast. You understand?
Let
Yes.
me get the phonograph recorder running.
I do also hear some ominous spirits out in the hallway. We should probably close the door now that the show has begun.
How does one do this? I believe, do we all hold hands?
Yes,
I
yeah, sure.
consent to that.
Yeah.
Good.
We take a it's like deep breath in, we're opening ourselves up. And maybe one of us will be possessed.
Right on time.
That was quick.
Hello. I'm Andy. How did I get here? I don't understand.
I'm so sorry to tell you, but you died.
What? But I'm a celebrity. Celebrities can't die. They live forever.
No, it was very dramatic.
Oh.
It happened on live.
Yes, it was. It was pretty impressive. Don't worry. You've never had more followers posthumously than you did alive.
All right.
Sponsorships have dried up, though.
Okay. What were the circumstances of my death, if I may ask?
So your new makeup line, it's fabulous. The colours are phenomenal, although you can't necessarily see them on me. They are toxic.
Lead
however.
black and mercury white. Rough.
Well, yes, that was part of the plan.
On the upside, I look beautiful.
Yes. Beauty is pain. Pain is beauty. Yes, don't see anything wrong with that
What's
at all.
it like on the other side?
It's a bit boring, actually. I mean, there's not a lot of paparazzi to have following me around.
Do we have cameras at this point in history? I feel like they take like a long time. You kind of have to be stationary for about 30 minutes for the paparazzi to get you.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that was one downside. I do love posing for photos, but yeah, it does take quite a while.
There's a lot of sketch artists in this setting. It's actually pretty impressive in how they can capture a man's spirit in just 30 seconds on a piece of paper. By the by, since it's just an honor to be able to speak to you personally, you didn't respond to any of the fan letters that I sent, so I wanted to.
I throw those in the fireplace.
I posted so many.
Well,
300 stamps every day.
I mean, excellent kindling. I don't know what to say.
I'm glad I can warm your home with my words.
I think since now we have you ostensibly for what looks like about 2 minutes. Is there anything you'd like to say, like the content of them letters? Since he's kind of stuck here now.
Yeah. What is in the letters? Dare not be repeating.
I've read
loud. Mostly because they are in an unpronounceable tongue, and I feel that
I've had an unpronounceable tongue.
Oh, darling, haven't we all?
Yes. So to repeat some of those letters out loud would have blood pour out the ears of our listeners, and that would be maybe not cool. But there was one, and it did have a "Do you like me? Yes, no." And I was expecting the score of correspondence to come back with it maybe circled. I will take you burning the letter as a yes.
What a beautiful wedding we're about to have.
Well, this is all happening rather suddenly, but I have to say, the life of a celebrity is surprisingly lonely.
I mean, we're a perfect match. You are a deceased makeup idol. I am an ominous shadow with an expensive mansion.
And I also live here and clean up.
Yes. Nobody else would do it.
Well, a mansion, you say? That could be a rather fitting place for me to spend my unlife.
Yes. So I did make sure in advance. I did all the preparations. I did buy a large number of trains that you could rattle. As I understand.
I thought you said trains. I thought he was rattling trains.
I mean, maybe that too. I'm up for anything.
I mean, if you could get a model train set that I could sort of drive around.
I'd love a model
as a
train
ghost
set.
conductor, okay. I will dedicate.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's returned back to the spirit realm.
Oh goodness! What happened there?
You were an influencer.
Oh
and
God!
you're married now.
What? This is not what I wanted.
Many rituals will take place over the course of this evening.
So I rolled a 4. That is. Let me double check.
I want to be possessed by spirits. I don't give a shit what they're all
Oh,
saying.
my previous possessor fights their way back in. Yeah, you both go ahead and get something from the bag of spirits.
Become somebody new.
Yes, I'm still Andy apparently. So and I'm gonna roll a d4, see how long. 3 minutes.
Okay. I've got good news. It's me, your boy, Evelyn. And I'm about to lay some sick beats. And also, more importantly, I've got a new Adidas line ready for you, because I am a Victorian hoodie inventor.
Oh my goodness. I
got a little bit stuck in the voice, I'm not going to lie.
It's fine, it will settle. Are we all possessed simultaneously now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. I just have a name here, but that's fine.
That's my mom.
Oh, well, it's you seem a little different from when I saw you last.
Hello, mother!
Moving, okay, that's the voice that I remember. I mean, her melodious tones take after my own. You know, you can recognize that we're both
I've got a bone to pick with you.
I mean, yeah, but it's fine. I suppose since I'm here I need to actually check how long I'm here for. There are rules to this game. That makes sense. Okay. Since you got me for a while, what do you want to complain about? I've been a perfect mother.
Listen, after you died, gambling away all of our money,
Yeah.
and you got stabbed by that pirate,
Yeah.
I was never the same.
I mean, surely that's it wasn't an iconic moment where I got stabbed though. That's kind of important,
Listen, it was iconic for me personally because it turned me to a life of crime.
All right. Well, this is. I must admit, I'm so proud of you. It takes a lot to decide to turn to a life of crime, obtain a large amount of money, and then gamble it away immediately afterwards. And I'm so glad you're taking after me like that.
I followed in the family footsteps. I was caught.
Oh, do you still have the money? Because even in the afterlife, there are debtors, and I do need to
No, see, there I was. Covered in treacle. Lying in a ditch. Surrounded by my ill-gotten gains.
Living the high life.
And then a bear came. He was attracted by the treacle. And it turns out he was buying a car. So he took a cart.
Here we go.
He took the money and he bought a cart and a horse. And I never saw him again.
Yeah, that's mostly because we're not playing Honey Heist, so that would track. But not quite as dramatic as being murdered by a pirate, I must admit. But I'll give that a solid 6 or 7 out of 10 for attacks after heisting.
Oh, I am.
Sorry, I should have addressed you while you were possessed as a different person.
It's all right. Oh goodness me! I'm back again.
This is my mother.
Oh, hello.
How's
She was killed by a pirate.
Goodness gracious, how did that come about?
Mostly there was an excursion to a casino in international waters was how it was kind of pitched to me, and it did turn out to be a galleon, but they are apparently pirates are actually pretty good at blackjack, and they don't like cheaters.
I think it would be difficult with the hook hand, if I'm honest.
Well, they go through a lot of decks. You know, you only need to slam your hand down and go like, hit me once, and then you can't really use that like Queen of Hearts again. So
That's a mime.
yeah, but more
Very good for podcasts.
more importantly, like now that you've like, what do you want to do now that we've reunited again as like a dead individuals?
Oh, he goes back in the bag.
Yeah. We're all still the game. Yeah, now you have me and you've told me your like life story. What's happening? Is there going to be like a mother-daughter heist situation?
I'm an escaped prisoner, and that's my secret. But now I'm pretending to be a maid.
Somewhere deep inside, there's an involuntary twitch from the possessed man. Well, I'm sure that won't have any problems for you in the near future. But that means that you have the opportunity to run away with me again. Like, I can just cavort this body around. I can't really see what I look like, but I feel curvaceous. So.
Well, it's good news. It's good news is he owns a mansion.
All right. Do you know if there's like a vault that we could like put all our ill-gotten gains inside?
I feel like there might be, but we might need a doctor with very delicate, worky hands to open the lock.
Well, you know, I'll let it solve. You can solve it yourself. Goodbye, babes.
Goodness gracious, that was quite a revelation. I mean, nothing happened of note whatsoever while you were possessed, my lord.
Good. I do have like a faint aftertaste of like a cherry lipstick or something. It's weird when you truly embody a different person for a while. Such as.
It's me, your boy, Evelyn.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
The fashionista. I remember. I do have some of your line. It was a pretty devilish in process to cop the line. There was a long queue, and then I had to work very hard to make the queue shorter. But
If it helps, I actually got the idea for the hoodie from the devil himself. Like, I was like time traveling.
Marvelous.
There was like some LSD involved, which is definitely not invented yet.
Ooh, oh my goodness! I'm feeling the spirits come upon me once again.
Oh, good heavens!
Oh yes.
There's so many spirits in this house.
So LSD is required, I see, for the devilish fashionista process.
Listen, when I think about hoodies, I think tie-dye. And
Right.
like LSD, it helps me pull the colours out.
Very Spring Breakers. I love it.
Hello. What am I doing here? I'm Clarence Jenkins.
You seem like a poor. And I'm nouveau riche.
I have to say my life has been really hard. And I did something that I really regret one time.
Listen, I gotta be honest. I know I made the hoodie for like the rich and the upper classes as like a jacket / cape.
Yes.
Like it was kind of like a blend of the two. But I gotta be honest, I feel like lads like you are gonna fucking love them.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine. Most rich enterprises are taking a stylistic thing from the underclass or minorities and then making it ours and said that we did it the entire time. So, fabulous. Good work for...
you lost the whole room there. That was nice. Very good, very good.
I mean, I know that I'm incorporeal and I'm possessing the body of a living person, but if you need...
Regina Dentata, I believe her name was.
What? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh no.
Why is that embarrassing?
Oh, I killed her girlfriend.
Oh.
I thought that she was the landlord come to collect my last piece of rent. But
Listen,
actually,
if she was a landlord, like, that's on her.
sadly she wasn't. She was actually a housing activist.
No!
Oh.
That's the problem. You see, I've killed the very thing that I loved, activism.
Does that mean you're an L?
An L?
You're an L.
Oh, in hell, I see.
An L with an L.
Yes, yeah. I've got my own ass in hell.
What's it like?
It's actually not too bad. It's there's a lovely barbecue outside. Problem is, I'm on it most of the time.
But do you got to pay rent, or is like freehold?
It's free, yeah.
It's freehold. Shit.
I mean, yeah. If you don't mind being barbecued 24 hours a day, then come on down to hell. It's great.
Okay. I mean,
I didn't set a timer.
It's all good. Nathan, do you want to roll a d6 to see what you're going to do next?
The terrible circumstances of being possessed by. Okay, that was a 3.
A 3, so your previous possessor fights back in.
Okay, right. Well, we move from one terrible person to another. Hi.
Hello. Hi. All right. What's your deal then?
So, we were previously in a whole circumstance about trying to find a way to use. Okay, we're doing that. Store a large sum of money in this possessed body's house. There was talks about property right, and this guy seems like an asshole, so maybe we can steal the house.
Did someone say I'll? Yar!
Marvelous! Oh my god! I'm so glad that you managed to. You're still following me now.
I mean,
People
I'm
so
all
obsessed
about.
with me. It seems.
I'm all about squatters, right? So yeah, let's do it. Let's take over this dude's ass.
As a pirate, I can't. It's not good.
Once again, it'll
You're
settle.
a pirate. Of all the voices I have, I just don't have a pirate voice. You're Bedlingum. Listen. It's good he's not talking about squatters' rights, because my only home is the sea.
Well, I mean, the fact that you've chased me to dry land then is kind of major. But hey, grand larceny, do you want to go and help seize the house then? Maybe throw it in the ocean? There are options.
Before we do that, I have to make an apology.
I've been waiting, tanning in hell on those grills so long. I've been waiting for the apology. So let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I didn't know that my hook hand was so sharp. I was only trying to pull you towards me. I didn't know it would go through you like that. I don't have a pirate voice. Yarr!
I rolled a 3. I'm back again. What's happening here? What did I miss?
It's no more houses. We're going to the sea. Yarr!
All right. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, international waters.
Well, first we got to do some robbing. I mean, I'm sorry that I killed you.
Eventually you'll get over it. You can make it up to me, I'm sure.
What?
I mean, maybe later, but for now, I have no idea if that was even innuendo or not. But for now, I mean, I think seizing property as a pirate is a thing you're really good at, and we seem to be pretty up in the air about how to seize this mansion for our ghost selves. So what would be the first step is largely what I'm asking.
I think that these hook hands can probably break into a vault. We should go downstairs.
All right, let's go find a vault and steal the money
Clunk,
inside.
clunk,
which usually
clunk.
requires maybe a roll. I don't know. Should we roll about that?
Should we play the game?
Yeah, I think we should try and roll a dice, metaphorically speaking, to see how this action unfolds.
The whims of fate and all that. Yeah.
I would like to roll a d8 for knowing where the vault is.
Yeah. You're using your pirate skills.
Your pirate skills for sniffing out money.
I rolled a 2.
Not a 5. Okay.
I've taken you to the pantry.
I mean, red velvet cake really is the treasure, but not what I was looking for. But hey, I mean, can possessed people still eat? I mean, I've not had sweets in quite a while. So give me a second. I'm just gonna start cramming these into this.
I'm filling both of my hooks with many grapes. One
Wow.
by one.
Oh my goodness, I haven't tasted the sweet tasted food for so long. I'm gonna have this whole salami.
This has got oddly pornographic.
I'm sorry. I just wanted that salami so much. I love Italian cuisine.
I say, when did somebody stuff my mouth full of cake? And why are we in the pantry? I thought we were having a whole, seance situation. Is this our mandated seance snack break, or?
Yar! You was taking us to ye vault. I am your maid.
And you know what? I believe you.
There is dust in the vault.
In the vault.
Yar!
Okay, marvelous. Well, in that case, then I cannot stand dust upon my riches. So let's go and solve that for you right now. I have no reason to distrust anything that's going on here. Please follow me. Actually, the pantry is the vault is just on the other side of this pantry. You just pull the baguette, and voila.
I do not consent.
I've never seen so much beautiful glittering gold in my whole life.
Yes, I did spend quite a while seizing it from my rivals. I do also need to check if terrible things happen to me afterwards, right? Is it D4 or D6? I remember the rules of this game.
It's a D6.
Marvelous, thank you. That's a 5.
A 5. A new possessor takes over you.
Nice. So, let me tell you in detail every single person I have stolen money from. Hello, viewers. It's time for another showing of Andy Islington.
Oh, Andy, I'm your biggest fan. Yar! How does one put on makeup with 2 hook hands?
Well, don't worry about it, because I've not really settled an Andy Islington voice. It's gonna be this now. It's fine. So don't worry. Even if you don't have the skills to put on makeup, we have a fabulous new makeup application program for just 3 gold doubloons a month. We can ship makeup directly to your face.
This is me combing doubloons with my hook hands.
These excesses of the bourgeoisie are puzzling to me.
Oh, don't worry. If 3 doubloons is too much, all you need to do is sign up to my newsletter, which is just a letter I will deliver to your house, because I suppose the internet doesn't quite exist in this setting. We'll send you the newsletter every day repeatedly for the rest of your life, even if you say no. And then it's only 1 doubloon.
I mean, I barely have two shillings to rub together, let alone a whole doubloon.
I mean, I assumed all this fabulous riches around was either of yours to give to me, to give you I totally not dangerous makeup at all. I didn't check how long I'm possessed for. That's great.
Oh my God! The secret vault! This is what I came for. I'm stuffing me pockets.
Wonderful. All right. I mean, I didn't realize that this was I could start a new line of shows where people are taking large sums of money and people want to watch that specifically. That could be a new enterprise for us.
Listen, people will always be interested in the lives of the rich and famous that are so not like their own. I've got very big pockets in this dress.
I mean, I have to say that as a man of activism, I do have issues with the rich and famous, but there is that allure. There is that allure that you just can't get rid of, and I do take a sneaky look at the periodicals and the gossip columns every now and again. Lady Whistledown, surely, cannot have.
Sorry.
Yeah, those cannot be her real breasticles.
Listen. I've got a beautiful plan. My pockets are now full, and my dress is getting quite heavy, I'm not gonna lie. This man sends 300 letters a day. What if in each letter there was a gold doubloon? What if we spread the wealth among the masses?
My goodness.
Dude, he's gone! Let's steal it all!
Oh, I feel the remnants of poor on me. Oh dear. I'm really interested now in potentially using all of this money to reestablish my, I guess, posthumous empire of totally safe to wear makeup. It's fine and good, actually. If
Listen,
Shut up! Listen! I appreciate your enterprising spirit, but
Yes.
for an influencer, I just don't think you're ruthless enough.
Oh. All right.
Doctor, what are you doing?
I'm somewhat concerned about the toxic contents of this makeup, honestly.
And all the gold we're standing in. Bothers, no bothers.
No, I mean, I have plenty at home, it's fine. But, no, now thinking of it, if there is a makeup going around poisoning people, that's an endless stream of clients for me.
Marvelous.
I thought I was a terrible person. And I'm Anne Baby Skinning McCafferty. But I'm nothing compared to you lot.
Maybe it's for the best we haven't pulled Casper yet, because they probably wouldn't survive very long.
Oh, don't you worry, I've got him just here.
Recursive. Well, all right. I'm interested in striking up this business partnership. Then I can set him up. You can knock him down. And hey, if we work together, neither of us will get cancelled.
Yes, of course.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm 7. I eat worms.
Is 7 your name or your age?
My name's Casper. I'm a friendly ghost. But I had my legs done.
Oh my goodness. You should get me the address of your surgeon. That's quite a fabulous job.
Yeah, was that work done pre or posthumous to like the whole situation?
Oh no, it was a Dr. Dentata. She was very good to me.
That's me.
What?
I can't believe I don't remember you.
Listen, it was a dark night. Would you like to draw a spirit?
I would, thank you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm gonna let you kind of work out your
Oh my
relationship.
God, I'm your biggest fan!
I mean, everybody is, but unfortunately, I have a photo shoot that I need to attend to on the 7th plane of hell. So bye, babes.
I didn't get his autograph. I was gonna have him sign me legs.
If you want my autograph, all you need to do is
You're just a sick rich bitch.
aren't we all deep down?
I'm dead. I got killed in a terrible cornflakes accident.
Hey bitches, Barbara's back. What about this cornflakes accident?
Are you a mother figure for me to latch upon?
Well, I'm a sort of complex mother figure. But
Is there any other kind?
I mean, that's true. That's true.
My mum will never listen to this. Don't worry about it. She didn't even want to come to the live show.
I mean, you're currently possessing the body of my daughter, so that's already complicated. But I mean, she's a fully grown criminal of her own, so I could always get another little criminal under my wing.
You wanna throw in one child and then replace them with another with better legs?
I mean, now that you mention it, that sounds like a really good plan.
I didn't realize there was
I can't believe you do this, mother!
I didn't realize there was a physical transformation component to being possessed. I wasn't really able to tell, but actually your legs were, for a while, surprisingly shapely.
How dare you? That's harassment. You're my boss. I'm gonna sue the pants off you.
With what money? With all the money. Oh, that's my money that is in your pockets right now. I would say that you go in and hand all of my riches right now.
Listen, I'm willing to make a deal.
I am usually interested in dirty backseat dealings. What's the deal? Sell me on it. Also, yes, we need to go and see what happened when I was transformed last. I rolled a 1. What happens?
You return to the state of being yourself.
Cool. Yeah, we
Pick
remain
another guy
the
to
ominous
be.
bastard. Yes.
Yes. And then you set a timer to see how long until you're possessed next.
I understand the process.
There's mechanics in this.
Cool.
Did you know?
Yeah, no,
I
true.
haven't set a timer once.
So you want-
I mean, this mode is called free for all, so yeah.
Yeah.
Do
truly.
you.
So you're offering me a deal for dirty dealings?
Listen, I have lived a life of crime.
Evidently.
I've lived a life of service. And now
Sort of.
I did my best. There's only one of me. A house of this size usually has like a team of like 8 guys, according to Downton Abbey. And there's
There's not even a single footman or a gardener, so I'm out there. Listen, I get up in the morning, I weed the garden, I pet the horses.
There were more.
Shut up! And then I make breakfast, and then I've got to clean the bleeding flue, and then I've got to clean the loo, and then I make your lunch, which is why you're sick all the time. Hand washing hasn't really been invented yet.
There were more members of staff. It's just that they were headhunted by more I suppose lucrative, ominous businessmen. So I don't know how they could possibly get a better deal.
Listen, if you don't give me a pay raise, I'll tell everyone that you asked to see my bits.
Now that's the kind of blackmail I like to see from my daughter.
You can shut up. You were going to trade me in for a 7-year-old.
I mean, come on, this is like trading, negotiating, that's all part of the criminal life, you see?
All I wanted was a mother that loved me. And a bike for my 8th birthday! And you just gave me a singular wheel.
It was a penny farthing wheel, to be fair. It was quite large.
It was,
I couldn't get on top of it.
It was very
devastating.
difficult. It was very difficult to hide under my dress, you know.
You stole that wheel.
Yes, because I'm a criminal.
It's what criminals do, steal the front bike wheel. It's a rite of passage for all thieves.
Yeah.
I just think if you really loved me, you would have stolen the back wheel as well. And maybe a bit in the middle, or a pedal. I would have settled for one pedal.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot because I was busy trying to make a name for myself as a criminal and ignoring my child, so...
So you admit it. You're a terrible mother.
I do. I admit it.
This has never happened before. I feel like we can make amends, but...
Hold on. Just to double check. Clarence in the building, by the way. What's up? Yeah, you're so in the business of stealing, apparently, which is nice. It's good to meet. I don't think the person you were before was so on stealing, but hey. Nice to see a change. What were you stealing, by the way?
Oh yes, I was stealing Dalmatians.
Oh my!
That's why our house was so full.
Yeah.
So again, I kind of have to check. Under what kind of like pretense are you retaining all these Dalmatians from?
She was making a coat.
You know what? That's fair. I mean, I'm not really one for that kind of high fashion. It's not my vibe. I'm more of a...
Listen, we're kind of in a situation where it's like furs are bad, but also fake fur's just plastic, and it doesn't decompose. So, like, the jury's kind of out on how that is. I'm personally like dogs. Mum said she'd get me a dog, and I was like, finally, an expression of love, and then there was 101, she turned him into a coat.
So you can always keep him with you. Oh, that's sweet, maybe.
You didn't have to hear him! I ate dog insides for 30 years!
Jesus Christ.
I set up some sound baffling.
You know what, this is darker than I'm personally here for. Peace. A 5, I should remember.
5, new possessor.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like Dalmatian coat. That was like a new hot thing on the trend.
Listen, despite what the movie would tell you, Dalmatians are not great family dogs.
Really?
No, it's a real problem. After the movie, everyone wanted Dalmatians, and then they were like, Dalmatians don't really like kids, actually.
Well, I mean, I was
kind of like adult dogs, innit?
Well, I mean, I wasn't spending a lot of time with
I feel like I'm a different guy now. Who are you?
Yar.
You killed my mum!
And I mean, I'm sorry. I can't do a pirate accent either. Just the yar.
Yeah!
In that case, then, I suppose we can do the Captain Oromar voice since he's technically a pirate, and that's fine. So, I did I apologized and everything.
You have to do the hands, otherwise you won't know it's a pirate.
Oh, right, I see. You know, for the sake of the podcast.
Everyone in the audience is doing hook hands.
I'm glad everybody else can do it on my behalf. I'm sure you can feel the hook hand energy, the big hook energy that is radiating into your ears. That doesn't sound very comfortable. But yes, I have already apologized. What more could you want from somebody who murdered somebody on accident?
I've murdered plenty of people on purpose.
Well,
but
then,
none of them were my mother.
but did you want to, though?
Murder my mother? Probably. Seems like there was some sort of friction going on.
So is this you just being upset at a whole kind of kill-stealing situation?
Yeah, I think so. What about you?
It's Clarence again.
Yeah, you seem all right, actually.
Yeah, I was a victim of a terrible circumstance and a horrible action that I can never quite forgive myself for, but was not intended to carry out the action that it did. And now Dr. Dendata has to live a life of alone without a paramour.
In all fairness, I hear that she was doing legs of orphans.
What? Really?
I mean, she does a very good job.
Oh.
But I feel like the ethics of it seem a little bit iffy, if I'm honest.
Okay, well, makes me feel slightly less bad, but yeah, but the person I killed was an activist, so...
We can make this right. With 300 envelopes. And a doubloon in each.
Oh yes, we loop back round to this moment.
I'm bringing us to a close. I'm distributing the wealth.
I'm glad you can, as I'm firmly in a double hook situation still. So I'm glad
you can open the letters.
Like go to their house and open the letter for
That's not what I meant.
a charity outreach letter opening service as repentance for killing your Are you currently possessed or not? I forget.
No, I'm just like this.
Yes, I feel this is an appropriate way to make amends as a pirate, is to travel around the nation opening letters for the weak and infirm, and them finding a shiny gold doubloon inside. Isn't that nice?
We begin putting the gold doubloons in letters. What a beautiful moment.
I, Clarence Jenkins, absolutely approve this message. Let's get started with the doubloon enveloping.
As we do this, I'm still scraping doubloons into my pockets also.
I'm not a perfect woman.
Could you please roll to see if you can do that without us noticing?
Do I get to roll a d8 because I'm attentive?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see if I fuck this up. Oh, with an 8, I do not.
No, we don't notice.
Like entirely while that's happening, you're shoveling the coins into your pockets in the background. We're kind of addressing in the vaults. Clearly, there are live viewers here as well. Going, if you would like a letter, an envelope addressed to you with a shiny gold doubloon inside, all you need to do is
sign up to our newsletter, and then it'll only cost 1 doubloon over a period of 8 years.
It's recursive, you see. You will never truly escape.
All right, okay, so I don't know if I quite understand, but if people are getting doubloons who didn't have them before, then why not? Yeah, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. It's like when you're an independent artist at a convention, and you go up to your friend and go like, "Oh my gosh, I love your stuff. I will give you 5 doubloons," and then they go to their friend at the same convention and give the same 5 doubloons, and it goes in one big circle. But everybody feels supported.
Oh yeah. That's absolutely the same. Yeah, because I worked as a bartender as well as being an activist, and then my bartender friends would come and buy a pint from me. I'd go buy a pint from them, and it would just go back and forward.
And everybody ends up drunk, and we love that for you.
Yeah. It was the way to shut out the horrors of capitalism.
I did hear people talking positive things about sharing the wealth among others, and so I had to return. What nonsense is going on here?
Listen, you've had the will of the government and all the things for too long.
So you're deposing me? This is some kind of coup?
Yeah, I just think we're stealing your money, if I'm honest.
Marvelous. I love a good betrayal. I mean, I've betrayed so many other people. Eventually it has to happen to you. And to be honest, gets me going a little bit. But your plans on stealing all of my money?
Yes, I'm stealing your money because not only did you pay me poorly, but there was one of me and 8 jobs.
And also, I am the baby skinning Anna McCarthy.
See, that does count against the whole feeling sorry for you circumstance.
It just means that, I was lacking in options because I was a former convict.
Oh, right.
And societally, that's part of the problem. There's no rehabilitation
Yeah,
for baby skinners.
The prison system needs a complete overhaul. And speaking of your massive wealth, what is more important, property rights or human rights? Am I right? Am I right?
I mean, it's why not have all the rights for me? For me though, what if I had all of the rights and you all had none? None, perhaps? Is that an option?
Are you saying I should
float?
have none rights and also a terrible job?
I mean, it would suit me well. So
I have a bullet. It's a pistol. I have a pistol with 2 bullets in it. I have a bullet with 2 pistols in it.
Oh my goodness, it's so small but so perfect.
That's what they always say about me.
I mean, that putting a firearm in front of me is very, very intimidating, but I am apparently, despite circumstances, a charmer. What if you just didn't shoot me? What if I just smiled and winked, and because I am assumedly attractive, I am an ominous shadow, don't forget, that this ominous shadow has chiseled cheekbones, and you're like, oh, maybe if I don't shoot them...
You better say something really good to convince me. As an improviser.
Indeed. How about please?
I shoot him dead on the spot.
I'm Evelyn, and I approve this message.
You know what? Fair. Oof! Ouch! My bones. But you wouldn't shoot ostensibly a 7-year-old.
You tried to steal my mother.
I've not been here for most of this, but this is fascinating. This is really, I'm like, well done, like dinner theatre. Oh my goodness.
Listen,
well
if I had another bullet, you'd be getting it.
What did I do?
Bring the workman, sort of like chill guy back. He was
What
cool.
did I just made excellent hoodies. What's wrong with me?
Well, you didn't give them to the working class, did you? You just profited off them.
I mean, how else are you going to... you have to work with the system, not against it in this society.
No, the system must be dismantled.
This is true. Physical violence is always an option.
All right. Do you want to go?
I have become that which I hate. Someone with lots of money and full of violence. But unfortunately, I'm out of bullets. I just have to keep all this money for myself.
Well, thanks for reminding me that I had, like, items and stuff, so I've used a little handkerchief to, like, stymie the bleeding. It's pretty well done, actually.
I've got a glove, and I'll strangle you with it.
You really want to commit violence against this orphan?
No!
How intense.
I want to kill the person who owns this house, because the housing market's a real bitch.
I mean, I could just let you take it and, like, maybe if I just there was absorbing the information from the body I've possessed, because that's how that works. There's like a wing in this building that apparently all the previous staff are checking the word interred is the word they're using. So maybe we can put the shadowy figure inside and let him out or whatever. I'm trying to help. I'm a tiny orphan. You have to agree. Play in the space with me, please.
Oh my goodness. I feel like so many spirits have been inside this.
This man's been shot!
What? Oh my goodness!
And also he's 7 now.
What? Okay.
You know, in a list of people that I know could do the job, but I'd rather them not do surgery on me.
Oh, okay, all right. I will try my best to stem the bleeding.
It's must, mate.
I got a success with a complication.
You know, I'm just gonna, like, run. My leg has been, so I'm kind of desperately limping away, but it's fine.
But beautiful legs.
The most very classic kind of chase sequence where I'm limping and looking back, going, oh no, the doctor is gaining.
So he can't be in the sequel.
Well, I'm deeply confused about everything that's going on right now, but
I feel like maybe we're getting to the point where this is the end of the seance.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think perhaps it's time to turn the phonograph off and see what the heckins just happened.
Yes.
This was all recorded. Hold
Yes. We're going to tell the people what you are.
on. I mean,
No one will care because you're rich, but I've got my pockets full, so I'm probably just going to leave. This is my 3-week notice.
I suppose I'm going to have to go and find some new staff. That's fine.
There's a doctor here. You can garden. You can cook.
Can I?
You may not have a choice.
Well, I have my own pile of gold at home, so I better go back and check it's fine.
Where's your house?
And scene.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much for joining us at UKGE for this wild game of What Possessed You live for a game of one's own. Thank you so much to our wonderful guests who kept this train rolling so beautifully.
Thank you. Aggressively shill yourself to the audience, please.
I'm Naomi. And you can find me at Naomi Thinks It with a TH all over the internet.
Hi, I'm Nathan Blades, and not an ominous shadow who's like a capitalist or what have you. Also, buy my games at theneoncaster.itch.io. Thank you for having me. This was thoroughly out there.
Certainly was. I have been your host, Maddy Searle. You can find me across social media at Maddy is Abstract, and you can follow the podcast at A Game of One's Own on Twitter. A Game of One's Own is a snazzy Tapir production. You can support the show by heading to patreon.com/snazzytapir, where you can get early access to episodes, access to the Discord server, and our monthly newsletter. Thank you so much again for joining us, and goodbye!
Goodbye!